being brave means you're going to fail.
Bravery is the thing to sort of push against friction. There's a lot of friction in our industry. We're in an industry where whoever compromises the least wins. Bravery is doing what you believe is right over self-preservation.
I think in our industry we strive to do great work, and I don't think you can really do great work unless there's an element of bravery associated with it.
To do something brave means you don't have any guardrails, you don't have any framework.
When somebody does something first before they absolutely know it's going to work.
Bravery is really about taking an unreasonable risk for whatever the reward is.
You believe in something so much that they're going to put it out there and risk it to succeed or fail.
Bravery is scaring everyone, the client, you.
For a creative person to get up and put their work on a wall and be judged by a group of whether it's good or not, I think is an act of bravery every single day.
With bravery comes, is resilience.
If you don't feel a little afraid, if your stomach doesn't turn upside down, it's probably because you're not being bold enough.
Being brave is also putting yourself in a situation where you feel uncomfortable.
And doing things that have never been done before.
It's taking a stand that has an underlying reason that it is right.
Bravery is attempting something with all your heart and all your might, and then it not working. You go, what did we learn? Let's try again.
I mean, fear is a lot of times the indicator that you're up to something.
Wow, bravery in advertising is a difficult thing to define, but I think that it's always in the context of what people did before you.
I think it was that generation that lived amongst the madmen. So it's Phyllis Robinson or Mary Wells. I think this took a lot of guts. And to tell your mother, hey, I'm going to go into advertising.
Brave people are naturally visionary.
I think it was last week when Elon Musk gave all his patents away at Tesla. It's hard not to be moved by it, like even emotionally, for someone to kind of put the needs of the world in front of business. It's a great ad, I look at it as marketing. It's awesome.
Bravery is something that has to happen between a client and an agency. Both parties sort of have to want to buy the work.
One is, to me, is the definition of bravery in the industry, in that it was a client and an agency holding hands together, jumping off that high diving cliff in Mexico, if you like. And that's really Steve Jobs and Lee Clow with Apple 1984.
Lee Clow was one of my mentors, and I always looked up to him because he always had a kind of a fierce vision that took no compromise.
What Apple have done in reinventing categories is something that is nothing short of astonishing.
I was really impressed when I saw what Fallon did with BMW to have decided this brave move and to say to the clients, don't spend any dollars on television, take all the money, let's do some great movies and let's put that on the web.
Find simple ideas that could shock the hell out of people and then convince clients to buy it.
A rare client at Dove, a rare corporation, Unilever, and a rare creative team at Ogilvy did something, that made people's heads spin.
The Ogilvy Dove campaign for Real Beauty, I mean, to me, there's just no other example of bravery. Sylvia Lagnato at the time, who was under such enormous competition from brands like L'Oreal, Neutrogena. What she did with that was make the brave choice to say, you know what, I'm gonna celebrate real beauty, I'm gonna celebrate real women.
Bravery and creativity are like bell stock. They're never going to be worthless. Vulnerability and humanity will never lose frequency and reach.
Nothing will ever change about storytelling. We will always entertain and we'll always have humor. It's a human condition.
And never give up on good ideas. Never stop demanding that your clients be brave.
You have a challenge, and that challenge is to shake this industry up.
Reinvent the whole thing when you get here, because that's what it takes. That's what bravery is about.
So, the reason people don't take chances and try to do something bold and different is because they're afraid, right? And what are they afraid of? They're afraid of losing their jobs. That's why people are not brave in our industry. So they're afraid of not having money. So how do we remove that fear from the equation? And I have some suggestions for both clients and agency people. Keep the overhead low, don't get married, don't have children, have no dependents, avoid second mortgages, try to pay for everything in cash, follow the lead of Steve Jobs and stay unmarried for as long as possible so you can spend all your time at work. Don't buy a boat, move to Queens. If you are married, do not get divorced. Love your spouse with all your heart and make sure they love you, because one, love is good and everything, and two, nothing kills a creative career like divorce. Alimony can make you stay at horrible jobs. If you have your own company and you get a divorce, you could lose half of that, right? So love, love, love. If you have kids, you can ignore them till they're about 5. They won't remember. So work really hard during that stretch, and remember, public schools are fine. So here's to bravery and here's to love. Thank you.